Hey guys, so I'm here with a special episode of the podcast. And I want to talk about something that's a bit of a buzz topic today. Some big things are happening in the world, and that can be a little bit scary and overwhelming, and it can create an overall sense of panic. And I'm really hoping to add some positivity and healing and another perspective to the conversation. So I want to start by saying that positivity has become a bit of a buzzword, and I think it's really important to note that here. When we're talking about being positive, we are not talking about being Pollyanna. We are not talking about bypassing. We are not talking about ignoring or pretending that something isn't happening. We are just talking about trying to feel as good as possible in the situation that we have in front of us and in the circumstances that we find ourselves in. And I feel like that's a really important distinction to make as I go on to talk about some ways to be in the world right now, given the current state of things. So I'm going to express some different opinions, and I want you all to be really open and receptive to them. These are all things that I think should be done in addition to what every government source is already telling us to do. I am not negating or going against anything that they've said. In fact, I am living in Italy and I fully support every single decision that they've made thus far. Maybe I shouldn't say every, because I don't think I'm well informed enough to say every, but let's say I agree with most of the decisions that I've come into contact with, at least. Okay. So let's dive right into it. So what are some things that we can do to make this situation, this moment of uncertainty, more comfortable and more positive? How can we have a positive effect on the world? The first place to start is always, always, always at home. So we need to start with ourselves. What can we do in order to make sure that we are having a positive influence on the planet? And that means beginning with health. You need to focus on your health with a capital H. And what I mean by that is every aspect of health. You need to be focusing on your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, all of it. Okay. In addition to all the things that everybody is already telling you to do in order to be well. So starting with washing your hands, which is something that's important even when we're not in a situation like this. But washing your hands, of course, eating healthy, moving your body as much as you can. And depending on where you find yourself in the world, like I said, I'm living in Italy. Italy has now been completely, there's a travel ban essentially, and they're telling you that you should be staying at home as often as possible, but you are allowed to go outside and be in open areas. And so finding ways to utilize what is available to you to the best of your ability in order to maintain really good health. So moving, walking, working out at home, doing yoga. There's so many excuses, but there are so many resources that are available to us, including free ones. So on YouTube, you can find workout videos, you can find yoga, you can find meditation, you can find so many things that will help every aspect of your life. That includes recipes, actually, thinking about that, because I hadn't thought about that before right now. But yeah, that's all super, super important. I really think this is a vital moment to be using any and all spiritual tools that we have available to us. So whatever it is that you normally do, if you're a meditator, if you tap, if you journal, whatever it is that keeps you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally healthy, in addition to the physical aspect, is so important right now. Everything starts with us. Everything. And this kind of moves me into my next point, not our next point, but my next point. You need to be tending to your energy first. So health and then energy. And what does that mean? You need to focus on feeling good right now. That can be the hardest thing to do in moments like this. We are in a difficult time and the energy of the world is a little bit challenging. Maybe it's not super positive. There's also, right now we have a tendency to want to consume a lot of media in order to be informed. And that's not necessarily the healthiest thing for us. if it affects us negatively. So we want to focus on doing things that put us in a really positive and high vibration, energetic state. These are buzzwords, yeah, but they're super important because when you feel good, you are able to do good in the world. And that's what the world needs right now, in addition to all the other things that we're doing to maintain high levels of health and, I was going to say a word in Italian and now I can't think of it in English. But anyways, in order to maintain good levels of health, okay? So you need to keep yourself feeling good, doing whatever it is that makes you feel good. And I've talked about this so many times on the podcast. I'm just not going to go into examples right now. You know what makes you feel good. Go out and do that. Then the next step is, once you've got your vibe right, you need to try as hard as possible to maintain that even in difficult situations. We are in a space where the news is a little bit heavy. Maybe the people around us are feeling a little bit negatively. Maybe people are scared. I know that honestly it's gotten to me a little bit in this moment, but if you feel that way, that's okay. Try and go back to step 2 and get your energy right. And then moving forward, try and maintain it, because the world needs you. And this leads me into step number 4. Use your energy as a force of good. The world needs you right now. The world needs you more than ever, actually. It is the most important thing that you can do to be as positive and optimistic as you possibly can, especially in the face of people and situations that might be more negative or pessimistic. I know this can be really difficult, like I said, when people are scared, when the energy is generally panicky, but if you can do things that allow you to be a force of good in the world, you will have a positive impact on the people around you, and that positive impact ripples out to a million other people. And that's exactly what we need right now. And that's my intention with this video. I hope you can feel how positive I want to be about this situation, how positive I'm trying to be about this situation. And I hope that it inspires you to go out and then be positive. And how can we do this? Well, one of the places that we can start is by going back to our spiritual tools and extending them beyond ourselves. So you want to make sure that you're in a good energetic space. You can do that by using your own tools to cultivate your energy. And then you can also use a lot of those same tools to kind of blast positivity out into the world. So one example is doing a meditation where you are cultivating your own energy and then visualizing or imagining sending that energy out into the world. Another option is to visualize a positive and really beneficial outcome for all people involved. So visualizing the world at peace, visualizing people safe and happy, and sending that energy out into the world. Another option is to pray for the health and healing of everyone involved. A lot of these options, I want to try and cover all spectrums. It doesn't matter where you fall in terms of religion. You can do whatever it is that you normally do to feel well, and you can send that out to other people. So if you don't normally pray, maybe that's not the route that you take. But if you do normally pray, that can be a beautiful addition to make the energy of the world a better place. And then the last thing is just sending love and good vibes and positivity and light and healing to everyone involved, to all the souls on the planet, because we need it now more than ever. My last tip is one that I really want to be mindful of. I want to understand that I'm not coming at suggesting this from a place of ignorance. I think that we need to be mindful about the decisions that we're making. And that includes being mindful about the quantity of media that we are consuming. So I would suggest that we consume media in moderate doses. What does that mean? It means consuming media to the point of being informed and understanding the line in the sand that we each have, because for everybody it's different. I know that my tolerance for media is very, very low. And so I want to consume media to be informed, to be able to make intelligent decisions, to be able to put the minds of my family and friends and, people around me at ease. But I don't want to be consuming it to the point where it affects me negatively. And I'm going to be real with you. Last night, I made the opposite choice. When the announcement came that Italy would be kind of banning travel, I was really consuming it on multiple fronts from multiple places. So I was consuming it in English and Italian. I was listening to my friends. I was talking to other people about it. And it kind of got me into a very stressed and anxious state. And as always, because with me, I feel I move very quickly to gratitude. I'm really grateful for that, because I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you if that hadn't happened. So I'm really, really grateful for the fact that I kind of crossed my own line, because it's put me in a space to be able to be more positive, recognizing the error of my ways, and to be able to encourage you to make choices that will best suit you, basically. Acknowledge your limits, understand where you can and can't handle things, and then make choices accordingly. Be informed, but don't move into a space of overwhelmed, because that doesn't serve anybody. So I want to just close this out by saying that the most important thing that you do right now is take care of yourself and really try to be in control of and maintain your energy. Feel as good as you possibly can. Do the things that make you feel amazing, because the world needs your light right now more than ever. And I also want to share that I have made a meditation specifically following this theme, okay, and to accompany this video. So if you're interested, you can find that on YouTube. You can find it on Insight Timer. You can find it on my website at www.candicealacia.com. This is something that I really felt compelled to share, because it's about sending positive energy out into the world. And like I said, we need that now more than ever. So my wish for you is to be healthy and to be happy and to be sending that energy that you have out into the world, and that you may be open to receiving the positive energy that I'm sending you right now. I love you all so freaking much. Take care of yourselves and your family, and yeah, just spread the light, be the light. You have that power within you, and now is the time to use it. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing day.